Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We bring you stories of faith, love, and devotion. Yeah, just kidding, please help us grow by hitting that like button. Now on to the story. Found out my wife was cheating and she still married me. Advice. I'm not even sure what my reasons are for creating this post. I just wanted a place where others who have been in a similar place as me can give their support, I guess. Me and my partner have been together 7 years, of which 6 months we have been married. We got married in 2021, after delaying our wedding 1 year due to COVID. I found out 5 weeks ago that she has been sleeping with her co-worker since June 2021, which I found out a few weeks ago from the location history on our shared iPad. Her relationship with her co-worker has been active since June, to the point that she was with him a couple times on the lead-up week to our wedding, and was right back with him a few weeks later. All this information was confessed after I found out a few weeks ago. It seems she was at his house most days, 15 minutes before and after work. My wife works shifts which change every few weeks, so she's had the perfect alibi this whole time. Night shift here, long shift there, etc. One of the most frustrating things is that I knew about this co-worker. He found out his wife was cheating on him back in 2020, and my wife was his support. He was a very depressed guy, threatening to kill himself all the time, no friends, sending pictures of his slit wrists to my partner which she showed me, etc. I didn't mind my partner going round every so often to help this poor guy out. I had no idea it was going to backfire like it did. My wife says she was manipulated by him. If you leave me, I will tell your husband everything, I will ruin your life, etc. My wife says it was all a huge mistake and that she tried to get out but felt trapped. I don't know what she has shown is true remorse, but I can see that she is trying to fix things and feels very guilty for what she has done and the pain she has caused. One thing I can say after reading some of the posts on here, is that there hasn't really been any truth trickling. She told me things when it all came out which she technically didn't have to, e.g. when it started, the times she saw him, etc., and there has been no new information since then. She tells me she still married me because it's all she ever wanted, which I truly believe it was when I proposed to her 3 years ago, and it was the happiest day of her life, and how she thought he would leave her alone after we were married. We are currently still living together, but things are not the same. Our relationship has been dead these last few weeks. It's hard to even have a conversation. I love my wife and I wish more than anything that we could go back to how I believed things were. I was honestly the happiest man on earth a couple months ago before I found out all this. I thought my life was sorted and we could go on to start a family. I'm at a stage now where I don't know what to do. It feels so hard to end things, but I feel like this is something I need to do. I latch onto the tiny glimpses of hope sometimes where I think maybe we can make it work, maybe we can be one of those couples where everything turns out okay, I just don't know. Update 11th June. I told her I want a divorce. It's not actually what I want right now, but it's what I know is best for me in the long run. She's refusing to leave the house. I'm really dreading what hell will follow now. If she was cheating before, during and after the wedding, she was not forced into anything. She had ample opportunity to tell you and she chose to have her cake and eat it too. Have the marriage annul and forget you ever met this woman. Or he can have kids with her, and make another post here when she cheats again / finds out the kids aren't his. This sounds like a logical alternative. Thumbs up, thumbs up. All the information was confessed after you found out. She was never going to tell you. Brother, trust me, you did not get all the information. Ex number 2 cheated throughout the entire relationship. When we were dating. While we were engaged. During the nearly 6 years I was married to her. The whole time. She was never going to tell me. She is feeding you a metric shit ton of bullshit. She's painting herself to be the victim in all of this. The victim is you, not her. Before she was having an affair with him, did he threaten to out her to get her to start the affair? No, he did not. She's full of shit, brother. You found out, she made up a story that makes her look like the victim. She would have kept on cheating if you didn't find out yourself. She is not taking any responsibility for what she has done. He did it. He made me continue for a whole year. I have nothing to do with it. Brother, she let it start. She continued it. Contrary to what you think, she is trickled truth in you. She lied to your face while making a vow before God, you, family and friends. How can you trust a word she says? She was lying while making a vow. Nothing is sacred to this woman. She lied to your face while making a vow before God, you, family and friends. How can you trust a word she says? She was lying while making a vow. Nothing is sacred to this woman. This right here up. This says it all. There is no truth in that woman. I know, this is what is most painful to me tbh. How she could stand up there and look me dead in the face and say her vows. And not just in front of me, but in front of our friends and family who put pound into it. Was her AP at your wedding and or reception? Nope, but he had the audacity to find me on Facebook and message me, I hope you both have had a great day, which looking back now sounded like an indirect threat to my wife. Not sure, but that's how I take it. I never replied. It was during the evening where I was drunk, loving life and having a great time with my new wife, family and friends. Why do I feel guilty about ending it? Advice. Long story short, my wife had a long-term affair with her co-worker. Initially I finished it, but we have managed to get back into some sort of limbo. I can see how upset she is and burdened by her guilt, and I can't help but feel sorry for her, and in a weird way I want to comfort her. I almost wish she chose her AP so I wasn't left with the decision to end our marriage. She's been begging for me to give her another chance, and it's just been so hard to see her like this. It almost feels like she's suffering more than me. The reason for why she acts the way she does is simple. She never wanted you to find out, even continued to have sex with him just so that you don't find out, and then exactly that happened. You learned who she really is, what she is capable of. Now she is faced with the situation she wanted to avoid at all costs. You are in charge and made the decision. She can no longer control everything. But even with all she did, you still love her, which is okay and normal. It takes time until the heart catches up with the brain and both understand the gravity of what she did. Stay strong now and remind yourself again and again why you ended in the situation you are in now, so that you don't give in to her pleading. Spot on. This was not a one-night stand, nor it was short that ended because of guilt. It was malicious and intentional. Agree that's not guilt, although to make herself look less horrible that's how she's going to sell it. Op is buying it because of the love he felt for her, but for all purposes intended the woman he felt in love with is dead. One can argue that because of her actions she was never real. She presented a fake persona that he fell in love with. The one he was in love with was not capable of these actions. I hope Op can move on from this and find a good partner to share his life with. It takes time until the heart catches up with the brain and both understand the gravity of what she did. I like that. I will use that in the future. It explains so much. Thank you /Crannock. Well said. Good job. Hopefully he listens. Pointing finger, pointing finger, pointing finger, pointing finger. This right here. Words of wisdom. We hope that by sharing these stories with interested folks like you, we can help people recognize the signs of a relationship in trouble, and avoid so many of these heartbreaking situations yourselves. Have a good day or night. Wherever you are.